Good morning, everybody. Geraldine is not here today, so if you're expecting her, you have me. My name's Martine. I'm going to wait a few more minutes. It's only 26 minutes past, so I'll just give it a few minutes, and I will be with everybody, and we will get going with our self-care for today. Okay, just adjusting a few things. Okay. Just a couple more minutes, everybody. Just relax, sit back in your chair, take a nice few deep breaths. Okay, so like I said, just going to wait a couple more minutes. We'll start on the dot of 10:30. So just a couple of minutes. Fabulous. Okay. So for those of you who might have just turned on your screen, Geraldine is not here today, so you have me. My name is Martine. Like I said, I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes. It's 10:28, so just give it a couple of minutes. Hope everybody had a good weekend. While you're just sitting there, just sit back in your chair and relax those shoulders. Get your head in a nice position so your nose is facing the screen, your chin slightly tucked in, so you just have a good posture while we're sitting here. Okay. Now, just so you know, today we will be working standing up. Okay, so you just need a space really where you're able to wide enough that you can open your arms out basically and just have a swing. Okay, right, I'm going to just stop the music and we'll just greet everybody now. It's 10:29, so okay, good morning everybody. Welcome. Thanks for making the time, for being here today and making the time for yourselves, more importantly. This is a self-care session, so we will be going through a variety of techniques. Just so you know, what is self-care? Well, we will be learning new skills and techniques to reduce your pain. That's one of the most important things. We'll also be engaging in some relaxation towards the end of our treatment. It's about commitment and to you looking after yourself and trying to do this regularly even after the session has finished. So trying to take this with you a couple of times a week perhaps if you suffer from lower back pain. And it's also about empowerment, and empowerment for you to practice to make it the new familiar to yourself. So that's how I'd describe it in a nutshell really. Okay, so my self-care sessions, I'm usually here on a Thursday. Geraldine, we did a switch, so I'm doing her Monday and I am actually working on Thursday as well today. She did my Thursday just gone. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Martine and I have been working for TDF for a long time, for about 17 years. I'm on-site hands-on therapist usually, but as we know with new times we're doing this now. So hopefully everybody has been open to change, and open to change with an open mind and an open heart. So I hope that you will enjoy our session. Remember that our sessions are, we hope for donations. So if you enjoy the session, please donate. Most importantly, just a few things to take note. Everything that we're going to do today is safe. I want you all to be working within a pain-free range. So that means that you might be feeling some stretching, a little tenderness, some gently pulling here and there, but you shouldn't really find any sharp pain, any stabbing pain, anything too intense. Just stop and just wait for the next move. We're doing like a routine really, so you can just wait for the next move. Make sure your phones are off if you want complete peace of mind. And I'm sure that you all know that nobody can see or hear you. You can only see me and hear me, but none of you can hear each other. So just to recap, we're just going to be guiding you through some gentle stretches, some gentle massage, we'll be working through pressure points, acupressure points as we're doing the treatment, and something called trigger points, which I'll explain to you as we're going through. And we will be finishing with a guided meditation today. Okay, so I'd like everybody to just stand up. Okay, move my chair away. Okay, now hopefully you can all see me. Right, so I want everybody just to start with some nice rotations. So just swinging your arms really gently. And then to increase that rotation, you can look behind the shoulder that you're swinging. So look behind your left shoulder, right shoulder, and you will find that you can increase the rotation through the thoracic area and through the cervical spine or neck. Okay. And then just to wake everything up, just give it a nice little pat on your lower back. So your sacrum is the little triangle on the end of our lumbar spine. We have a triangle called the sacrum, just so you know. So yeah, just keep tapping. Okay. Okay, and then now I just want everyone just to do some nice circles with their hips, trying to keep your upper body straight. So I don't want too much movement like that. Okay, I just want your hands on your hips and just think about drawing a circle. That's quite a good idea. Imagine doing a big circle. You're really just getting that whole area moving. And then we're going to just go in the other direction. Okay, I'm going to be turning round. I do not have my microphone with me, so I'm hoping everybody, if I shout loud enough, everybody will be able to hear me. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to start with our hands on our hips. And then I just want you all to warm up your lower back, okay? So really nice, fast movements going across the hips, and then trying to work your way up. Now, everybody is going to have a different range of how far they can go up the back. Some people will be able to go very high. Some people might just be able to kind of sit their hands on the hips, and that's okay too. It's all kind of related. So any lower back pain is usually connected to our hips and into the glutes. So we are going to warm it up, just nice and invigorating. Just get some loose fists, okay? So I want you all just to imagine you've got nice loose fists, and then you're just going to tap either side of the spine. Okay, either side of the spine going into the hips. Okay, that's just to warm everything up. Now what I'd like you to do, we're going to be using our thumbs to palpate either side of the spine. You're going to start at the bottom of your spine, and I just want you to have a feel around, sinking your thumbs in, working your way from the midline of the spine outwards. Okay, so from the midline going outwards, having a little feel around to see if you can find any little tender spots. Now, the secret here is if you find any tender spots as you are palpating, usually they're called trigger points, and they are small areas of contracted muscle which cause discomfort, and we can release them by applying pressure. Now, normally you want to hold it for about 8 to 10 seconds. So I'm going to stop talking for about 2 minutes, and I want everybody to have a feel working from the midline, going across, and then working your way up, going across. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone 2 minutes to just have a feel. And when you find the tender spots, sink in, hold it for 8 to 10 seconds, and release. Remember to work your way up along the band of muscle, either side of your spine. And when you find those little tender spots, I want you to sink in and hold. Really just close your eyes when you're doing this, and you'll really get a good idea of the little tender spots that we can often find in our lower back. Okay, now you've done that with your thumbs, what I'd like you to do is make a fist. And what we're going to do is, if you imagine you're going to do a rocking movement, and this is, we're going to be going along the spine and we're going to be going up. So if I can show you, if you can see how I'm doing that rocking. Again, when you rock, you're sinking your knuckles into your back. And you can work whichever way is most comfortable for you. So you can either work starting from the midline, working across, rocking those knuckles in, and again holding, or you can work your way up. It's your choice. You do get a little bit more power using the knuckles, I find, particularly the first knuckle on your first finger. That can usually go in quite deep, and you, again, you can find those tender spots and really try and have a feel around for them. Okay, now your shoulders might be aching at this point, so let's just have a nice shoulder roll together. Okay, just bringing those shoulders up, give those arms a shake. Okay, and maybe roll forward. Okay, we're going to go back to the back, and now we're going to start to work in and around our hips. So I want you again to use your thumbs, working from the midline, the tailbone, okay? So the end of your spine, you've got your tailbone, and I want you to work in to your glutes. We all know what they are, yeah? That's our bottom muscles. And then deep in the bottom muscles, we've got our rotators, which kind of help us do a lot of our hip movements. Okay, so again, having a feel around, everybody closing their eyes when you're doing it. Make sure your knees are nice and loose, okay, so they are slightly bent and hip width apart, okay? And again, just feeling around. Now again, we can now, perhaps you could use your fingers and make nice circles all around your hips. Okay, if you want more strength, everyone's going to be different at what the pressure that they can take. You can use your knuckles. So I'm just giving everybody a few options here of how you could use it in different ways. Okay, so again, I'm much more a fan of using the knuckles even into the glutes. You start from the center, from the tailbone, literally where you start feeling the muscle. And again, just working your way out, up and around, and really sinking your fingers in. When you find that spot, hold it for 8 to 10 seconds. Again, I'm just going to give you all a minute just to have a feel around. You carry on with what you're doing, okay? Think about your breathing as well. Very good to think about your breathing. Okay. All right, now again, turn around, face the screen, or however you're standing, I don't know. So what I'd like you to do again is just give your arms a shake. Okay. How's everyone doing? Hope you're okay. So now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Now, if you put your hands on your hips, if you can, just turn one of your feet in and outwards, and you can feel the hip bone, as you can see, if you can see my leg here. I'm just literally, you can see all my papers, but yeah, if you just literally, you're going to tilt your foot left and right, so you can see how I'm doing that, and then you can feel that hip bone moving underneath. Okay, so then you know you're in the right spot. I want everyone to put their hands on the hips, and then where we have the bend in our waist, okay, what we're going to do now is look for more tender spots, but we're going to get deeper. There's a muscle called the QL for short, we'll call it that. It's the quadratum lumborum, QL. So what I want you all to do is to bend, okay, make a side bend, side that you're bending on. Again, use that thumb and try and get into that space. You'll see there's a space just above your hip and below the last rib. We've all got a space there where it feels free. There's no bones restricting us from getting in there. So I just would like you to sink your thumbs in, have a little feel around. You can go to the back a little bit, you can go to the front a little bit, and again you should find some tender spots. Okay, so what we're going to do to get the tender spots, then they're usually the ones that cause us a lot of pain. You're going to sink in, you find that tender spot, hold it for 8 to 10 seconds, and then just towards the end, you can just then straighten up, keeping the pressure on, and that will again intensify what you're doing. Okay, so again, if we side bend, have a little feel around for those little tender spots. Now, oops, ow, I've got one right there. I'm going to sink in, I'm going to hold it, and then I'd like you to stand up straight. And that definitely is killing me. Now that means I've got it. I'm going to hold it for a few more seconds and release. And let's do that one more time. So there's going to be different areas. Let's just have a nice feel again. Just close your eyes and just try and find those little tender points. You might not have them. That's fine too. Okay, so you're going to side bend. And this time when we straighten up, you can even side bend to the opposite direction, and then you'll feel that muscle tightening up a little bit more. Allows you to really apply the pressure. Okay, so let's stop on that side. And now let's go to the opposite side. So again, what we're going to do, you're going to have your hands on your hips. Let's give them another shake, everybody. I know they do tend to get a bit achy. Just a nice stretch that way, little stretch that way. And then we're going to go for the opposite side, whichever side you're working on. So again, you're going to have a feel, get that thumb, okay, find that space between the hip bone and the ribs, or your bottom rib, and when you'll find there's a nice space in there to try and really palpate. You're going to side bend, so you've got the muscle on the slack. And then you're just going to straighten yourself up. And when you straighten yourself, again, you can normally feel that pressure getting a bit stronger. Okay, so let's do the same thing again. And we'll side bend, have a little feel around. And we can just straighten just up again. That's lovely. And let's just do it one more time. Feel for a different spot. Sink that thumb in. The thumb's getting tired, don't worry, we're nearly over this bit. Okay, sink in. Find a tender spot. And even if you don't, you can then just straighten yourself up. You can even bend slightly to the other side. You feel the pressure applying a little bit more. Okay, so let's just give it a nice little rub down again. Okay, just to ease off those tight spots you've just been working on. You can just do a nice gentle rubbing using your thumbs, more in a relaxing kind of movement at this stage. Okay, and then you can just sink in across the top of your glutes, working your way along just to really smooth out all those little areas. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is we're just going to have a little stretch just to finish. So if you can just, let's all have our left arm up and have your right arm down by your right thigh. And we're just going to have a little stretch. Perhaps you want to look up to the sky. You can probably feel the stretch coming down across the front. And if you want to feel it more towards the back, you could perhaps lean forward very gently so you feel more of a pull around the back side. And then straighten yourself up. Bring that arm down. And again, let's all raise our right arm up to the sky. Hand, left arm down along the left thigh. And again, looking up to the sky. And coming straight back up. And now what I'd like you to do is put your hands on your hips. Have your knees and your, so should I say your feet hip width apart. Knees slightly bent. And then we're now going to take this back into an extension. So straighten your legs, push your hips forward and look up. And just let that neck relax. Back, pushing the hips forward. Okay, hold that for a moment. And now we're just going to drop down in the opposite direction. What I'd like you to do, think of your neck first of all coming forward and imagine one vertebrae at a time dropping down to as far as is comfortable for you. You might only be able to go as far as that, and that's fine. And if you can touch the floor, that's fine too. Everybody's going to be different. So let's all do it together. Drop your neck down, completely relax your shoulders, and imagine holding your stomach in, dropping down. Now I will be disappearing. You'll only be able to see my waist in a minute. I'm dropping down, down, down. Okay, you might hear a few clicks. Nothing wrong with that. And just hold it and let gravity just take away some of that tightness. You should feel a nice stretch also in the back of your legs. And just slowly now coming up, imagining you're unrolling one vertebrae at a time from the bottom to the top this time. Very, very slowly, slowly. And bringing your head back up with your shoulders nice, with a lovely posture. Keeping that chin tucked in, shoulders back. I shall face you again. And now let's all just take a nice few deep breaths. Now what you can do is either take a seat, or if you're at home, lie down. You can lie down on your bed or your sofa and just have a relaxing moment. We are now going to do a nice guided meditation. So just hang on one moment. I'm going to do something here. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that. Okay, lovely. So this is a meditation designed to help you reach deep, relaxing, rejuvenating relaxation. All I want you to do is be in a comfortable position where you know that you won't be disturbed, and let your body allow a comfortable, relaxed position. We will now start with the meditation. Allow yourself to just focus on the breath, breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. It's all you're going to do right now, is just focus on your breath. Nice deep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Taking the breath nice and deep as you breathe in, focusing on filling the lungs and the stomach all the way down to your legs and down to your toes. So the breath is going all the way through your body. And then release. Resume a normal breath now and just let go of any thoughts from your day so far. And how you do that is to allow the thoughts that pop into your mind to be present, but don't attach them to the thoughts. Don't give the thoughts any energy. Just allow the thoughts to drift away, just like they would drift in the waves in the ocean. They come in, you acknowledge them, and then you let them go out with the tide and release the thought. Do that with any thoughts that come into your mind during this meditation. Don't fight them, just allow them to be present and be aware of them and release them. Right now, you're going to focus all your attention down towards your feet and think about the bones and the muscles in your feet. Just try and mentally acknowledge any sensations that you may feel. You might feel a slight tingling sensation. Just put the focus right there on your feet and tell your feet to relax. As you breathe in relaxation. And as you breathe out, you breathe out. Breathing in, relaxation. Breathing out, any tension. You might find that your body is starting to get a little bit heavier and it's starting to become more relaxed. Allow the relaxation that you're feeling. Allow that to build and get stronger and slowly move up your ankles towards your calf and lower legs. And just allow them to relax and let go. Breathe and allow the body to let go. Moving up through the thighs, think about the strong muscles in your thighs. Allow those muscles, just like an elastic band, tightly being wound up. Imagine those being released so they become softer, becoming heavier and very relaxed. At this point in your relaxation, I'd like you to get your mind involved. You're going to take your mind and your body on a very peaceful, relaxing journey. Instead of being laying in your bed or chair or on the ground, I'd like you to start imagining that you're laying very, very quietly in a park or a field or outdoors. If you look up, you can see the sky above you. Keeping your eyes closed the whole time, you can see the sky by using your mind and your imagination. It's a beautiful blue sky, very, very clear, big, white, fluffy clouds, and it's very calm and peaceful. While you're laying in the grass, you're feeling the sun shining down on your face and your whole body. The sun helps you warm every muscle, melting away any tension or any stress that you may have. And you can feel it literally melting in the golden sunlight. Just breathe and relax. You can hear the birds in the sky. And if you look up overhead, you can see the branches of the glorious oak tree that you're laying underneath, swaying slightly in the wind. You can hear the leaves moving. It's your special place. As you lie there, you have no worries, no stress, no responsibilities. Just you in your peaceful, relaxed place. And now, as we go up from your thighs towards your hips, begin to think about relaxing your heart. Slow your heart down and allow it to relax at a very comfortable pace, 60 beats a minute, just like the earth. Relax all of your organs and working perfectly well. Everything is happy and everything is healthy. You can be at peace. Just relax. I want you to now relax your shoulders and across your chest. And notice as you breathe in, release the breath, the whole body seems to sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. Relaxing the muscles of your back at the back of your neck and across your shoulders. Let them get warm. Let them get softer. Let your whole neck and shoulders relax. Allow the relaxation to slowly go down to your arms and trickle into your wrists, turning all the way down to the tips of your fingers, and your arms are now very, very relaxed. Now I want you to focus on your head, our heavy heads that carry you and hold you up all day. Right now, you can just let go and release your head to sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. Let your worries melt away. Just breathe, relax. Breathing in relaxation and breathing out any tension. Now after this meditation, you will feel rested, rejuvenated, full of energy, and ready for the day ahead and whatever the day brings to you. Okay, so you can slowly open your eyes, maybe wiggle a finger, wiggle a toe, just have a bit of a stretch. Okay, well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Recap, today we did some nice stretching, we did some self-massage, we worked on some trigger points in our lower back to hopefully release some discomfort. And when you're just doing this all at home, I just want you to, if you're doing it at home alone after our session, like I said, really think about what you're doing and what you're feeling. So if you often, it's really important, I think, to close your eyes when you're palpating your back or wherever you might be working on, and just focus on those little tender spots. We generally have them all over us, and it's really good just to try and find them and release them. Can really take away quite a lot of your discomfort. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed our session today. I'm usually on here every Thursday, usually doing different types of different parts of the body, sometimes using some tools maybe that can help us along the way. So like I said, if everybody enjoyed that, please make a donation to the Disability Foundation. I really appreciate it. And I think that's it. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. and I hope to see you all again. And if you did enjoy it, it'd be really great to make some comments and give us some feedback, because this is still a very big learning curve for many of us through the whole of the charity. So we'd really appreciate any feedback you've got. Okay, lots of love to everybody. Have a lovely week, and I'll be back on Thursday, and usually every Thursday. Okay, bye. Take care. Love.